Hello everyone, this is us, Chakrita and
Benjamin?
welcome to our kitchen.
Yes, welcome.
And today, both of us will show you how to make proper rice, the Asian way of cooking rice. Well, I could say like Indonesian way, I guess, right?
Well, it's a good way.
Do you have any comment about like before and after you learn how easy it is actually to cook
Well,
pot of rice?
since you forced me to learn how to make a pot of rice, this will be the first time you've made it since then. It used to be something you made, and then you pawned it off on me.
Yes, now I can delegate cooking rice to him. Okay,
Yes.
first of all, and now we can try. Okay, now is the time to explain some of the basic principles about like cooking rice. It's actually very simple. It's not complicated at all. But the first principle is to know what type of rice that you are going to cook, basically. So in here, I have 4 different kind of rice. Actually, I can add one more. This one. So this one is basmati, regular basmati. This one is whole grain brown rice. And then this one is basmati brown rice. And this one in this container is actually 2 cups of Thai jasmine rice, which is our favorite. This is the Thai jasmine rice that we just bought. And this is we tried a new brand. Usually we use the umbrella one, Thai umbrella, if I'm not wrong, that's the title. And we have tried it like once, and it was good. So we bought a big package of it. And this one is arborio rice, which usually used in risotto, I believe. So right now, so I have shown you like different types of rice. Basically, I believe that the less refined rice take a lot more time, and also I believe the amount of water that you need to cook it. To cook the rice in the same amount of rice that's already refined, such as regular Thai jasmine or the basmati one. And yeah, it just takes longer and then more water in it. So that's the basic principle. Number 1, you have to know the type of your rice. And the second principle is basically, well, we'll start to cook. Okay, here's our pan. I will just put 2 cups of rice. Principle number 2 is to rinse your rice before you cook it, not after you cook it, like the one that we have seen in the BBC video about like fried rice. To rinse it, you don't need any other utensil or device or whatever it is. Just have to rinse it. See the water get cloudy? So you need to rinse it to get rid of the starchy layers, basically. Believe me, it usually tastes a lot more delicious, basically, if you rinsed it. This is the first cycle. See how cloudy is the water?
It's cloudy, all right.
And then this one's second cycle. So the pot that I use is actually a regular pot. It's not what is called anti-stick.
Non-stick?
Non-stick, yeah. It's not a non-stick pot, just a regular pot. So you can use whatever pot that you have at home. Still cloudy, as you can see. So we just finished rinsing the rice. As you can see, the water right now is like a lot more clear, and you can get see through the rice basically underneath. And then right now is to how much water that you need to put. I know that a lot of videos saying that the ratio is 1:2. It means that 1 cup of rice, it means that needs 2 cups of water. But I don't use that kind of method. I know this is kind of like an Asian way of how much water you need. So basically, you just use your finger, your index finger, and you can see there's like a segments, right, in your finger.
Knuckles.
Knuckles, yes, knuckles. Thank you. So the amount of water that you need is the height of the first chuckle of your finger, index finger, around that length. Knuckle, yeah, around 1 knuckle of your finger. So you just put your finger right there, and then touch the surface, touching the surface of the rice. So it's about there, but I would like to a little bit underneath. So you need more water. Once again, we'll put. Yeah, it's about there.
It's hard to actually see your knuckle there, darling.
Yeah, that's okay. So, but basically, I hope that you can understand the principle. I would like to get some more water. Make it even.
Yes.
I think it's about there, I guess. A little bit more. Okay.
Looks actually pretty good to me.
Okay, yeah. So after that, we just have to put it on the stove.
With the lid?
Yes, with the lid. Don't forget, you need a pot with a lid. And then you put it in the medium heat.
Medium heat.
Yes. I usually put it on 3. So my stove has 1 to 5.
Yep.
The volume of the
3
heat.
would be medium.
3 will be medium. And now it's just the waiting time. I know that some of you probably will ask how long then we have to wait. I would say because this is actually not a lot of rice, 2 cups, and this is a little pan as well. I would suggest like around 3 minutes you check on the you check the pot. So if later on you hear the bubbling sound, it means that it's boiling inside and like a lot of like big bubbles coming out. When you hear the sound and then you check the lid basically, and then you see a lot of bubbles, and then you turn the volume to simmer. So
that would be 1.
Exactly. If not, you will burn the rice. Okay. And then that is principle number 3, I believe. You don't want to overcook the rice, or do you want to undercook the rice? Usually people, or restaurants even, they undercook the rice, and it's really not good. So you want the perfect timing, the perfect fluffiness, the tenderness. Yeah. So yeah, now I will check on the next step. Okay, right now I already heard the bubbly sound. So as you can see here, it's already like boiling. Now is the time to put it in the simmer. Reduce the heat. And now what you need to do is just wait until all the water evaporated. And then at that time you will see that you have a perfect rice. So another thing while we're waiting, at least two things that I want to explain as well. First, some people will put also like what's called salt,
yep.
some salt in the pot basically after you rinse it. Yes, I've never done that. I've never done that because I don't think I need any salt in my rice. Some other also put oil. I don't know why they did that or why they do that. And also I want to explain the differences between jasmine and basmati. So basically, use the same principle for the first time about the amount of water that you need. From the surface of the rice, you have to add water until one knuckle, the height of one knuckle of your index finger. Mm-hmm. And then for basmati, I think they in Indonesian would say berani air. They like water, I guess that's how to translate it to English. So it means that you need a little bit more water than the basmati rice. And then
basmati needs more.
Basmati needs more water than the jasmine. Sorry, I got confused between the two. And then the other thing is to consider about how large your pot is, because for basmati it expands a lot more than the original size, basically. So don't put like rice until it's almost full on your pot, because it will like what's called overflow basically. But that's not really the case with Thai jasmine rice. It expands, or there will it will expand, but not as much as basmati rice, basically. And then that's the true principle. So basically, rinse the rice beforehand, before you cook it. Pay attention to the volume of your cooking time, the volume of the heat, I mean. And then get ready to turn it down to simmer when it's boiling. And then the last thing that you need to do is just waiting for all of the water to be evaporated. Okay, now we are in the last step, which is the moment of truth. As you can see, it's still on, so I didn't change the volume at all.
The temperature.
The temperature, yeah, sorry. What did I say?
You said volume.
Oh, sorry, yeah, volume of the heat. Okay, in moment of truth, let's see. It's quite hot.
So if it's hot, you can use a tea towel.
Yes. We actually have like cooking gloves, but
oven mitts.
Sorry, cooking gloves. That was funny. Look at that. Well, it's a little bit wet, but I think that's almost ready.
No, right? It looks pretty
ready, right?
Pretty good to me. Yeah.
Pretty good. So how about now
I would be very happy if I
let's
was the one that did all that.
Underneath.
Okay, I'm being pushed out of the way.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Switch.
In fact, I'll come over here. That way you can see Chalky.
Oh, this is perfect. Look at this. If you want to look closer, see? It's just right. Can you see? See?
Well, I can see, but I'm like
especially
right
in the surface, as you can see, there is no undercooked rice. See?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is perfect, and then the form, the texture, I guess, looks good too.
Yep.
And then, do you want to taste it?
Okay. Yeah. It tastes a lot like rice.
Good, right? Perfect?
I would say so.
Cool. Yeah, those are the tips and tricks. So now we can turn it to 0. We turn it off. I mean, there are other things. So you probably want me to summarize why I criticized harshly the BBC video. Because first, she didn't rinse her rice before she cooked it, but after, which is a huge mistake. Because after you cook it, basically the rice softened, right? And then when you rinse it with water, it makes like a pot of wet rice, and that's the last thing that you want to do. And it can absorb like water again and become like what's called if you have too much water in your rice, basically it makes like mushy.
Yeah, too mushy.
Too mushy. So yeah, you don't want to do that with your rice. So this is actually a very simple method that you can do at your home with any kind of pot. Nothing complicated, right? And then yeah, basically the amount of water you have to pay attention as well, because the amount of water that will influence if you are undercooked or overcooked. If you're overcooked, means that it's too mushy. It means too much water. The rice is just didn't look good and doesn't taste good, basically. And if you put very little water or not enough water, it will make the rice undercooked, basically.
Crunchy.
Crunchy. It's even you can taste the raw rice taste in it, and then you don't want to do that. You don't want to eat that kind of thing either.
I sure don't.
Exactly. And then that's all from us. I hope it will help you. I mean, this video will help you and your family to cook perfect rice anytime, anywhere. Thank you so much from our kitchen to yours.